What is up, guys, and welcome to another Bull Rush Live. Today is Friday, December 12th. It's 2025. It is a beautiful day down here in South Florida. It's a little cold. It's good, though. It's been hot all week, hot and rainy today. The last 2 days, it seems like it's been not too rainy and nice and chilly. So it's a good day. I'm in a good mood. I hope all you guys are in a good mood. We got a great show for you today. We're going to cover some nice little Forex updates, give you guys some breaking news in crypto, huge billion-dollar fraud, regulation updates, more investments, and much more. And of course, we're going to do some live trading, answer any questions you have, and check out the dashboard. And who knows, maybe we'll give something away if you stay till the end. So let's get right into it. Checking in. What's up, Pips Made Simple? Nice to see you. Looking for my brother Master Terrace Ford Best, and of course our other regulars. So hop up in the chat and say what's up once you're here. I always love seeing you guys. Let's go. What's up, brother? But let's hop right into the dashboard here. I want to show you guys some updates here before we get into some of the news and some of the other things we got going on. Let me hop right here into the dashboard. Whoop. There you go. Let's fix this a little bit. There you go. So we got a lot going on. As always, my favorite competition. And for anybody watching who doesn't know the format of the show, what we're going to do is I'll go over some updates, some housekeeping for BullRush, some updates, some things that you need to know, and some deals and possible giveaways. Then if we'll hop into some of the competitions, look at some of the trades that people have been doing, analyze a little bit of the trades, see what kind of crazy trades people are doing, and just go from there, look at it, answer any questions. If you guys want to see anything in particular, let me know and I'll look at that and we'll check it out. If you're in a competition, you want me to look at your trades and in the competition that you're in, let me know. I'll hop in there, I'll look. But first off, we're going to do that. Then we're going to cover some Forex news, some crypto news, and any other shenanigans we get into today. We got an hour-long show. It's going to be a banger of a show. I'm only here without you. I'm only here because of you guys. So make sure you guys comment, make sure you guys chat and ask any questions you have. So let's get right into it. So first off, just some things that I want to make sure you guys are aware of. Crypto Weekend is starting today at 5 p.m. One of my favorite competitions. You can win free funded accounts from this. It's completely free to join. And of course, everybody knows FX stocks close during the weekends. You can either relax, which more power to you, relax, or hop in this competition, trade some crypto, and potentially get funded. Now, a really cool thing about this is even if you want to relax over the weekend, starts at 5 p.m. 5 p.m., put some trades in, let them just sit over the weekend and see how it does. That's how you can, practice your long trade strategy. These competitions are the best ways to practice your strategy without having to pay anything, or in the case of the weekly or the daily competition, pay very little. In those weekly competitions, though, $4.99, you'll only one person in here. So if you join this, you got a pretty good chance of winning because the top 5 people win prizes: $5K prop account to first place, a $5 basic 2-to-1 challenge to second place, $5 basic 2-to-1 challenge to third place, and then fourth and fifth place also get $5 basic 2-to-1 challenge. So essentially, top 4 people get a $5 basic 2-to-1 challenge, and first place gets a funded account. That one is only going to be $4.99 to join, less than a cup of coffee. We also have our daily competitions. We got 2 different kinds of daily competitions, a free one and a paid one. This free one is this is the paid one. It's only $1.99 to join. And again, first place is going to win a $5K prop account. Then, of course, we have our free ones where if you join this, you have the ability to win discounts. So we never do 70% off. So I think the biggest discounts we ever done or we ever will do on prop is 50% off. So top 5 people that just place in this competition win 70% off. Now, don't look at this like, oh my gosh, it's only 70% off, brother. Look, if you're already in, let's say, TradingView or any of these other services that allow you to have a paper trading or a demo account, look at this as like a demo account that you can actually get something from. right? So like I tell people all the time, like BullRush has the perfect guide stones to become sorry, red leather, yellow leather. It's early. I don't know why I can't talk today, but BullRush has the BullRush has the perfect guide stones to make you a good trader, right? You start off early. You start off soon with our free competitions, right? Completely free, no risk to you except obviously the time cost of trading. But of course, if you want to learn how to trade, you're going to spend time on that anyways. Might as well spend time and potentially win something. The other thing is with just a paper trading account, you have nothing to lose, right? I mean, I've gone on there when I learned how to trade. I was on a paper trading account for the first time, and I remember I was just, this seems good. This seems good. I heard gold is very volatile. Let me play some longs. Let me play some shorts, and you really don't, there's nothing to lose with that, right? And whether you join the paid competition, obviously you join a paid competition for $4.99, your risk, your loss is your $4.99. But even with our free competition, you look at that as your loss is whatever the prize pool is. So whether it's a 5K funded account, that is what you could lose. Even though you never had it, you're winning it. It still has that just incentive to where it's, you're not just trading just to trade. There's still a prize at the end. There's still risk in there, but you're also not risking your whole, $500, $1,000 like some of these prop accounts. Because I see people go all the time. It's from a paper trader or a demo account right into buying prop firm challenges. And the next thing you know, they're 4, 5, 6 prop firm challenges deep that they busted and blew. And, they're hundreds to thousands of dollars in the hole. And, they're back to square one. And they come to us and they start to trade in our trading competitions. And they get that strategy down pat. We got a comment here. I did join the FPT competition. FPT. Is that a sports competition, maybe? FPT. Please, Pips Made Simple, please just elaborate on that. I'm not too sure what you mean by FTP. And shout out to you on Kick, Ubi Stream Hub World. What's up, brother? But if FPT, just if you could expand a little bit on FPT. I don't quite can't think, unless that's a custom. Is that a user created competition possibly? Let me look over here. Trading Capital, Crypto Clash, Crypto Tuga. Yes, so it's okay, so it's one of these. FTP. Forex prop traders. Let me see. Oh, these ended already. Oh, here you go. One prop trading competition team. Yeah, man, I don't quite know exactly which one that is. If that's on our partnership, is it Trade League EA Capital possibly? That's the one that's starting soon. And then we only have finished ones. We don't have one currently going. Very interested to see which one this is. But maybe we can get some more. If is it on our platform? If it's not on our platform, it's not goated. But anyways, what I was saying, I was going through this website. What I was saying though is, yes, you start with those free competitions and then go into those paid competitions where you have a little bit more to risk. And then when you really feel confident in what you're doing, what you can go into, and this is one of my favorite things, being somebody that plays poker and gambles a little bit. I love this, even though it's not gambling, but it's a great way to just build your bankroll. And if you're a good trade, it's gambling if you don't know how to trade. If you're in there and you're already gambling and trading competitions, and you don't have a strategy for trading, you're in there just placing all your lots, or just doing what you feel is good, or just following some guys trades on Discord or something like that. Yeah, you're gambling. But if you actually know how to trade and you actually have a good strategy, you journal, you do everything right, this is one of the best ways to build up your bankroll. make some money, and turn $5 into a few hundred so you can buy a big account. Quick sip. I've heard many, many people that have come up to me through the years of working here, who've said, or I guess I should say, in like the last year of us having this launched, who've come up to me and said, Davin, and if you actually look on our YouTube, maybe like September, October, November-ish of last year. No, probably like September, October of last year. I interviewed somebody who literally did this exact thing, and he went over here to the $5. I think he did a 3-to-1 challenge, the $5 basic 3-to-1. Paid $5, entered this challenge, right? And then he won $18 or 18 credits. Remember, it's a 1-to-1. So he won $18, right? Then he went over here, did the $10 one. So he kept $8, $10, spent $10 and won $37, right? So now he's 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, $45, up $5 to 45 in just 2 challenges, right? Then I believe he took that $10 3-to-1 and bought one of these $25 3-to-1s, right? So $45, he used 25 of that, so he still has $20 left, and turned it into this, and won $92, right? And great for him, right? So now he's at 92, 102, 112, right? So $112, and then he went over here and he did the I believe, I'm trying to remember. I don't know if he went and did a $50 one and won 185, or then went right to the double ups, but I think he might have done like a $50 one. Moral of the story is he kept hopping in between all these. Eventually, he went in here, did the $50 double up, where he turned $150 into 560, and he did it like twice. So all in all, he turned like $5 into like $1,500, something like that. And then went in and got funded, right? And he bought some challenges, and I think he told me with his like $1,500, he used some of it because he lives in Europe, so it's not, he didn't have to travel far, but he just went to like another city, had a little staycation in another city, and then he bought like 2 challenges. I think it was like $10,000 or $15,000 worth of funding that he got. So when you really think of the potential with BullRush, right? On one end, you could go from 0 to getting funded 5K or 10K with some of our free competitions, because we give out free challenges all the time in those free competitions. So you could go 0 to 5, 10K funded for free. Or if you actually want to trade, right, and not just win, right, because you could either win a free funded account and get funded that way, or if you want to go in here and you feel confident with your, excuse me, you feel confident with your strategy, you can just go in here and do these challenges and work your way up, build your way up to be the best of the best. And like our buddy, who I can't remember, I remember his real name, but I don't want to. We use the username in the interview, and I can't remember that. But just go back. It's like Winter Story. It has like the title of the interviews, like he turned $5 into something. So it shouldn't be hard to find. But great story. There's a lot of different ways you can win. Another one of the biggest winners here in our, obviously in BullRush here, is Master Terrace Ford Best. What's up, fam? Always great to see you. For anybody that doesn't know, I'll give you guys a little preview of what he does in our Discord. If nobody is in our Discord is popping. We got people like Master Terrace Ford Best and others giving some insight analysis. We got if you're ever wondering about our payouts for prop account, for our prop firm, they're on our Discord as well. So I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. These are just some of the analysis that Master Terrace Ford Best does on here. So every single day, I mean, he's is just a savage. If I scroll through here, this is essentially his channel here in our Discord. This is the Master Terrace Ford Best analysis channel, but it's really great. He's always giving us insights and market analysis. Of course, I won't go through all these because you got to join the Discord to find out, but we do giveaways in here all the time. We got, of course, our announcements, payouts, all of our social media updates. Members, I didn't mean to click on that, but yeah, this is just every single one of our Discord update or social media updates, whether it's a um, uh, newsletter or blog that comes out, or a social media post, or this live stream even. We got our members only club, which is completely free to join. All you have to do is enter or add the Discord tag to your Discord name. You get to get entered into here. We got free giveaways, anything from literally just cash in the BullRush system to free competitions to just prop accounts that we're giving away, lots of different cool things. Help Center. If you don't want to email us or live chat us on the website, you can always go to our Discord. We have all of our customer service representatives in there as well. Suggestions is how we built BullRush. We're a company for the people. We were built by and for the people. We have people that have were fans of us that now work for us. We have obviously, essentially, now that I think about it, every single update that we've ever made has essentially been a suggestion from you guys. Everything from our sports picking competitions to our challenges that we do to our prop firm, our booking prop firm, because we've heard your guys' requests, we've heard your guys' complaints about other prop firms, and we wanted to make it a better place. And then, of course, we have all these different channels as well that you can get more information from. We have our sports picking channels where we have sports discussions. People share their sports picks. We got sports news. Of course, we got trading news, Forex news, trading discussion, Forex news, crypto news, and much, 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 much more. We got some more comments here. Let me just read a couple out. $5 to what I said. So if you missed it earlier, we were over here on this screen. I was talking about our challenges and just what some people do. So I've seen multiple people, but we have an interview on our YouTube. If you go back about maybe like 14 months back, we did an interview with a guy when we first launched this, and he turned one of these $5 challenges. Where is it? Oh, I'm in the double up. He turned one of these $5 3-to-1 challenges right here, and he just kept going like $5, $10, $25, $50, and then started hitting these double ups where he turned 150 into 560, and he essentially turned like $5 into like $1,500 or something. Went on vacation and got funded and bought some prop accounts. Unfortunately, it wasn't our prop firm because that was before we launched our prop firm. But yes, $5 into about $1,500 and $20,000 worth of funding from prop firms. So really crazy, really amazing. Now, not everybody does it, but I would say a majority of people go in here and they turn $5 into 10, 20, $30. Most people aren't turning 5 into 1,000. You have to be very good at trading for that, which he is. But yes, we seen multiple people just climb up the ladder to that. So that answers your question. Happy because I'm happy. Fun fact about Happy, that song by Pharrell Williams, I cannot stand. There's 2 songs I can't stand, and it's Happy by Pharrell Williams. Not because I'm not happy, but because I had a teacher in high school who used to play that every single day as we walked into the classroom. So I just heard it so much. And then that Run DMC song, Tricky. Dance to rock to rock to rock to rock to rock to rock. It's tricky. It's tricky. Dance to rock. That song I can't stand either because I think all through high school I had it as my alarm on my phone. So every single morning I got woken up to that. So I love Run DMC, but unfortunately I cannot listen to that anymore. Master Chairs for Best said, already have a studio for today. I'll be making it amazing soon. It's my passion to do it every day. That's great to hear, Master Terrace Ford Best. You know what? I'm gonna DM you. Shoot me a message on Discord. Let's get you on the show next week. I think it's been long overdue. I know you had a little debut on our Instagram. It's got to be few months ago now, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. But I want to get you on the podcast, Master Terrace Ford Best. So either you DM me or I'll DM you on Discord. By the way, Master Terrace Ford Best was one of my most communicated with people on Discord when they came up with their rap. So shout out to you again for that. I told you he is my best friend on BullRush, and he is one of our most loyal traders. So shout out to you. Let's get you on the show next week. Lol, pips made simple. Yeah, that's yeah. Dance Teen to Rock. It's crazy. I love that song, but one thing, if you like a song, don't make it your ringtone. I've learned that. I've learned that the hard way. Let me think. What do we want to do? Should we go into some news? Should we go into some news or should we go into some live trading? Yo, this is crazy. Hold up. We're gonna get into some news here in just a sec here. I just want to I just noticed this on the website. So this profit sprint competition, there's only 2 people that are eligible to win right now out of 5 people in here. The top 3 people win a prize, and it's $5 to enter. Nobody's winning yet. You have until the 19th to win this. This is a really cool competition. So the profit target is 10%. So it's the fastest person to get 10%. So far, nobody has gotten 10%. And if I had to guess, most of the people everybody in here is disqualified except these 2 people who seem to not have closed a trade yet. So they're probably in a position and they haven't closed yet. So I would hop up in there and make a trade and just be very careful, because if you happen to get 10%, as long as you're the fastest person to get 10%, you're going to win a $10,000 funded, A-book funded account, which means we put all your trades into market. You're 1,000% guaranteed to get a payout. Another fun thing about our prop firm, and I want to make this clear, is which a lot of people get confused, like, oh, how do I know you're going to deny a payout? How do I know you're going to, do this and that and this? And with BullRush prop, yes, we're a book prop. Whoop, went out of focus real quick. Yes, we're we're an A-book prop, which means we put all your trades into market in level 4, right? But I think the biggest thing is what differentiates us from all the other prop firms is there's only one way that you're not going to get a payout, right? And that's by hitting drawdown. I want you to go in the chat. Ask me a question. Can you not get a payout for this? It's probably going to be no. There are no, I'm not going to say there are no rules, but there are no like news trading rules or arbitrage or all this other stuff that, other companies you've seen on Twitter, you've seen on Instagram, on YouTube, where, this person was trading and they're like, oh, you're trading frequency, or, they come up with all these BS rules to not pay you out. If you're profitable, you're getting a payout. That's it. The only rule that would prevent you from not getting a payout with BullRush, the only rule, one golden rule, is hitting drawdown. As long as you don't hit that drawdown and you're in the funded level, obviously for the challenge accounts, there's a consistency rule, right? But again, consistency isn't going to make you not get a payout or make you bust your account, right? It's just going to prolong your funded level. Now, the only way in the funded levels where you can not get a payout, I'm going to say it one more time, the only way with BullRush prop you could get a denied, it's not even I'm not even going to call it a denied payout, but the only way you cannot get paid out with BullRush prop is by hitting drawdown. No news trading, no BS rules, no any of that stupid shit. I have 50 cent. I get money. Has mine. Cause I'm a window shopper. Me, I don't know why. Baby, I'm a window shopper. Is that the 50 cent you're talking about? And take me to the candy shop. I don't know what you're talking about, 50 cent, but sir, please launch instant funding. I am so glad you said that. I can't say anything about it, but stay tuned. Stay tuned. We have a lot of really great announcements coming here at the end of the year and the beginning of next year for BullRush Prop. Of course, our biggest announcement that shattered the industry was the A booking, and of course, no BS rules like everybody else. Stay tuned. Can't say anything, but stay tuned. What's your name, brother? So I'm not I usually wear glasses. If this is your first time watching, I usually wear glasses. I'm not wearing my glasses today, so I'm a little blind. Teaser, whatever you. Oh shoot! I love that cartoon when I was little. Your profile pic. Again, I'm blind, but stay tuned. Instant funding. Something could happen in the near future, so stay tuned. What about over leverage or etc.? So look, I'll tell you this. If our system allows you to do it when you're trading, you're not going to get disqualified. It as far as like leveraging and stuff, like here, I'll show you this. So look, this is your leverage that's available. All other products will be so FX majors will receive 20 to 1. All other products receive a maximum of 10 to 1. So crypto, all that other stuff. Oh, sorry. I thought I was sharing my screen. Pips made simple right here. So FX majors will receive 20 to 1. All other products will receive a maximum of 10 to 1. So I mean, you can't leverage more than that. So yeah, no, you're not. There's no no. Simply no over leveraging rules. You're not gonna, essentially, if you can do it on our platform, you're not gonna get disqualified for it. Like I said, the only way you can lose your funded account is by hitting drawdown. That is the only way. The only way you can lose your funded account is by hitting drawdown. And I know it's hard to believe because so many shitty firms out there where, denying payouts, changing terms and conditions, pulling up these crazy rules, no news trading, none of that other stuff. So yeah. No has my ringtone. Oh, 50 Cent as your ringtone. That's funny. Yeah, that is funny. I get money. I get it. I get you now. Yes, that's it. That's a good ringtone. That's funny. Mohammed Aftab. Sounds good, brother. Love your name. Chapter, another one of our day not day I don't know if you're day one. Let me know when you came on to BullRush, but you've been with us for a while and I appreciate your support. Shout out to you, Chapter. Incredible that the Fed cut the rate to 25 basis points. Gold is at a new high. Many investors are seeking refuge due to the situation with artificial intelligence. This is true. And thank you for saying that, Master Terrace Ford Best. You guys all know, if you've been watching for a while, I got bad AD. I did get distracted, especially once y'all start chatting with me. I love to chat with you guys, so I get real distracted. And we're going to be talking about that. So we're going to be talking about the Fed rate cut, how that affects some of the markets, what markets it affects, and what you should do, or what we think you should do. No hidden rules. Yes, brother. Pips made simple. I'm trying to tell you guys, bro. I know it's almost too good to be true, but that is why, if you look into our history, if you Google our history, if you Google our owners, Trent Hare, we've been in the prop firm. Our CEO has been in the prop firm industry for 15, 20 years. I mean, they essentially built, started trading when prop firms started. So, that is why we did a book. That is why we do the things that we do. And, you look at our, that's why we have the consistency levels too, is because we a book you. We got to make sure that you're not a gambler. We got to make sure that you actually know how to trade. And that's why we don't have any hidden rules. Look through our terms and conditions. We've never had somebody that got funded and got a denied payout. There's no such thing as denied payout. If you get to the funded level and you get profitable, there's essentially 0% chance that you're going to get a denied payout. Like I said, the only way you can get a denied, it's not even a denied payout, but the only way you could lose your funded account, because we've seen all these people, when they break the rules, they lose their account. So we'll say it like this: the only way you can lose your prop account is by hitting drawdown. I mean, I guess I should say there is one other way, which is, I think there's if you don't do any trades and you're not funded, if you're just still in the challenge area and you don't do anything for over 30 days or something like that, I believe it's like 30 days. We shut down your account, but if you your prop account, like your challenge gets like voided. But if you email us, and then we've done this a bunch of times, if you shoot us an email, we'll give you your account back. We'll turn it back on. It's just because we pay for each account, because again, you're live trading and everything, and so we pay for each account. Got to shut it down. Can have a million accounts that are just open and nobody's trading. So I think technically, if you don't do anything in your account for 30 days, but that's I don't think that happens in the funded account. The only way you can lose your account, and then again, you don't lose your account because you shoot us an email and we give it right back to you. The only way you can lose your account is hitting drawdown. No news trading, no over leveraging, no other BS random rules. Sir, why you should also launch Web3 payout instant in wallet? Brother, you bring up some great points. And again, I'll have to say the same thing I said before. Stay tuned. Got a lot. We actually do crypto. We actually do crypto payouts with your crypto wallet. I think the only wallet we can't send to is Binance, because we are a US based company. That's another great thing, is we're a US based company, which means we're under US regulations, some of the toughest regulations, if anybody knows financial regulations. And we're not over there in Dubai where there's no extradition, you can't sue, or you can't do any of this other stuff. We're a US company. We're based right out of Boca Raton, Florida. If anybody knows Florida, just north of Miami, Florida, but we're based right out of Boca Raton, Florida. And yeah, we have a customer service department that'll literally email you back within, a few hours. I think we have the fastest customer service department. We also have the fastest payouts. Our fastest payout from the time that the customer requested it to when we paid them was only 2 minutes. Now, that's not the average. I'm not going to say you're going to get your payout in 2 minutes. I think the average, what we say, is within an hour, but typically it's within 30 minutes or so, 20 to 30 minutes. But yeah, fastest was 2 minutes. I've seen 8 minutes, 10 minutes. We get a bunch that are really, really quick. So yes, we do have crypto payouts. We're going to expand on that soon. Yes, more W's in the chat, man. More W's in the chat. Like I said, if you're in doubt, a great way to test this out is we do have our crypto our prop account deals that we currently have. If you've never had a prop account with us, you can use code WELCOME and get 30% off your first prop account with us, and that's any amount. That's anywhere from 5K all the way up to 200K. If you've already had a prop account with us, you can use code SAVE20 to get 20% off on any 5, 10, or 25K account. And then you can use code SAVE15 and get 15% off any 50, 100, or 200K account. So again, welcome for 30% off, SAVE20 for 20% off, and code SAVE15 for 15% off. And yeah, I mean, if you have any other doubts, feel free to reach out to us on Discord, DM me on any of the social medias, Twitter, Instagram, anything like that. It's at BullRush Comp on any of them. My name's Davin. Or on Twitter, follow me, my personal Twitter, at BullRush Davin. If you want to follow me on my personal Twitter. And I'd love to talk to you. I'll answer any of your questions and any doubts that you have. Look, we're real people behind this company. We're not just some big corporate conglomerate that you can't talk to. We're all real people. We got Victor, we got Ramel, Olivia. We got a lot of people in customer support that love talking to all of you. And of course, me and Trent. Yeah. Check us out. Like I said, we're hoping that other prop firms follow our path with the rules that we do, with the no BS rules, where no hidden ways that you can lose. The only way you can lose your account again is by hitting drawdown. So hopefully we change the prop firm industry for the better. Launch instant payout in wallet in 60 seconds. Brother, 2 minutes isn't faster for you? I mean, so I will say this, with the crypto payouts, when I say it takes 30 minutes or something on average, or that our fastest one was 2 minutes, I mean from the time that because everything we have to manually review all payouts, obviously with AML, KYC and all that. So from the time that you go on our website and you hit request payout to the time that the crypto lands in your wallet, or whether, because you can also do withdrawals with PayPal, credit card, a bank account, all that other stuff. So from the time you request it on our system to the time that it's into your bank account or into your crypto wallet, about 2 minutes was our fastest. Now, technically, depending on which crypto you do, XRP or something like that, it will technically be near instant, within 60 seconds for sure. So from the time that we send the crypto to you and the time that you receive it, yes, it's essentially 60 seconds or within that. Are you bullish on cryptocurrencies? Yes, we're gonna get into that here in a little bit. I'm just reading your guys' comments, and I'll get to the news. Yes, I am bullish on cryptocurrencies. I think I'm bearish for the rest of the year. But I would say, the way I look at crypto, and again, when I say cryptocurrencies, I'm talking Bitcoin, XRP, um, Ethereum. Sorry, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Solana. Those are the four that I really look at. I don't really touch much else, maybe there's other ones like Zcash and stuff that people like, but the four main ones is the ones that I look at. And for those, I look at, I have a bullish outlook as far as like 1 to 5 years out. I think the next month and possibly the next couple months might be a little rough and they might be a little volatile. And I think we're going to stay at the same numbers that we're at right now. But again, this is how I look at it. And I heard a very successful person say this to me a while ago is, in general, 20% of your income you should spend on investing, right? So investing in your retirement accounts, IRAs, 401ks, investing in stocks, high dividend yielding stocks, investing in a lot of those other good things. And then out of the 20% or out of your total income, you should take about 5 to 10% into very high risk investments, right? And that's what really separates your average person, your middle class, from your super wealthy, right? Because everybody's told, yeah, I'd invest 20%, 10 to 20% into long-term stuff. So people do assets like, retirement accounts and stuff like that, which just allows you to live when you get older, right? And that's what those kind of investments do. But to really break through a financial freedom, you got to take risk, right? So what you got to do is you got to look at how much you make. And, I say 10%, that's what I try to do. I try to do 5 to 10%, but you got to look at what you can afford to do. And you got to take a percentage of your income and put it into super, super, super risky assets, but with super high potential of payoffs. And what are risky assets? Crypto. At the end of the day, it is sentiment, right? But that's the same thing that the US dollar is the US dollar is essentially just people believe in it. If everybody stopped believing in the US dollar, it would crash, and it would be like I think it was like Zimbabwe or something that has like a loaf of bread costs like $1 trillion. Like, sounds crazy, but actually costs $1 trillion in Zimbabwean money. So same thing with crypto. I think it's the same thing, but because it's decentralized, because it's global, I think Bitcoin will only go up in the long term. And because of that, I think a lot of these other safe haven crypto assets that kind of follow the flow of Bitcoin will go up as well. And those, of course, being Ethereum, Solana, and then XRP, mainly because it's getting massive institutional adoptions. Of course, there's a billion red flags with XRP, but it's just getting so much institutional adoption. I really think it could be a new system for banking. So in short, Master Chairs for Best, to answer your question here, yes, I am bullish. And when will we see Bro Trent on the live streams? Soon. If you guys want him on, we can get him on here in a few months here. He's right now on holiday. So when he comes back from his holiday, we will get him on the show. Sir, please send my X username. Yes. So my X username, for anybody that doesn't know, so on X, it's actually right here. Sorry, right here. If you look right there, that's at BullRush Comp. And then my personal one, that's ours, but I roll that, I run that as well. And then my personal one is right here. Let me actually make sure I don't make sure that is my personal. Yes. Okay. That is my personal one. So at BullRush, Davin right here. This is my personal one. Make sure you go follow that. And then, of course, make sure you follow right up here at BullRush Comp, and follow the actual, follow us on. There you go. Sorry, I don't know why that kept popping away. BullRush Davin, follow me, and then of course follow BullRush COMP. Ask us any questions you have. Ask me any questions you have. I'd love to talk to you guys. So when did I start my journey in trading? So I started trading in college, and actually started trading crypto. So early days of Bitcoin, probably 2016. So not super early days of crypto, but or of Bitcoin or anything. But I started trading in college probably 2016, 2017-ish. I was day trading crypto. I was also day trading some stocks. With my buddies, we just started a little group of about four or five of us, and we were just trading. And yeah, 2016, 2017-ish. Did that for a few years, kept flopping back and forth between stocks and crypto. And then I started my own business, marketing business, and started working in marketing and doing things like this, amazing things like this. And I just don't have the time to day trade. So I don't trade now. I don't really day trade now. Every once in a while, I'll throw a little option play in there here and there, but don't really day trade now. Don't really trade much at all. I think of myself as an investor. I just invest in stocks, invest in crypto. I try not to hold anything for less than a year. I try to hold things longer than a year now. So that's the way to real wealth right there. What was the other question? Last one. Brother, that's okay. Look, I'll tell you this. I started in 2016, 2017, and I don't think I would never, I would consider myself, I would not consider myself a successful trader. I mean, I traded for 6 years, 7 years. And I made money, but I also lost a lot of money, and I never made enough money to only trade. So, some people aren't that. I also was doing a lot of other stuff. I was going to school and I was working full time. So, I think there's a lot of dedication and it takes time. Some people become successful within a year. Some people get successful in 5 years, 10 years. So just stick with it, brother. You started in 2023, so it's only been about 2-3 years, so you're good. Don't worry about it. Keep going, keep focusing, go on BullRush. Like I said, join those free competitions. Don't waste your money just buying challenges and challenges and challenges, because that's just a never-ending cycle, and you're just going to do yourself more harm than good. Go on BullRush, or I say BullRush, obviously BullRush. I work for BullRush, and I love BullRush. But going anywhere and paper trade, I think BullRush is just good, just because, like I said, it adds a little bit of risk. It adds a little bit of value, because you can actually win a funded account for free and win these other opportunities to make more money. So go on a demo account and just play around, or go in one of our free competitions and just practice your strategy. Failed 3 times in biology. Yeah, I wasn't bad at science. I'm an economics major. That's what I majored in college, and I was bad at math. All right, I got to get into some news here. The Bank of Japan is expecting to raise rate 0.75, but is avoiding setting a specific path. The BOJ will not update neutral rate. Users guidance depend on the. Sorry, Mr. Harris for best. I got to get into my news real quick. I'm gonna read your chats here after. I'm looking at the time. I've just been yapping with you guys for the last 30 minutes. So let me get into some news here. So first up, where are we at here? Boom. First up, we're going to talk about the U.S. dollar. So the U.S. Sorry. The U.S. dollar sold off sharply after the Federal Reserve delivered a widely anticipated 25 basis point rate cut, triggering an immediate. Jesus, I'm sorry. I don't know. Like I said, guys, I did not bring my glasses, so I'm a little blind right now. I'm trying to read my teleprompter to read my news story here, and it's pretty small. So the U.S. dollar sold off sharply after the Federal Reserve delivered a widely anticipated 25 basis point rate cut, triggering an immediate repricing across major FX pairs as traders moved out of the greenback and into higher yielding and more stable alternatives. The dollar weakened, especially against the Swiss franc and Japanese yen, with USD JPY pulling back at as rate differential expectations narrowed and momentum traders piled into yen longs following the Fed's unexpected soft forward guidance. Markets are now pricing in the possibility of additional cuts in early 2026, creating a bearish bias in the DXY as long positions unwind and algorithms shift toward trend following sell signals. For traders, the key takeaway is that the dollar volatility is likely to remain elevated in intraday trading, intraday liquidity pockets forming around the Fed driven sentiment rather than macro data. And then in other news, new record low against the US dollar as escalating trade tensions with US and persistent foreign investor outflows triggered aggressive selling across USD INR pairs, pushing the currency into one of the steepest downtrends in Asia this month. Traders saw USD and INR blow through several major resistance levels, with buy side demanded for dollars from corporates over the Jesus. Sorry. Let me see if I can. Let me just make this font size a little bigger here for myself. Sorry. There you go. Steepest downtrends in Asia this month. Traders saw USD INR blow through several major resistance levels with with a buy-sided demand for dollars from corporates and overseas funds, accelerating the move and forcing the Reserve Bank of India into a defensive posture. The market is now treating the rupee as high beta risk asset, extremely sensitive to sentiment shifts, and momentum models continue to favor USD strength as long as outflows remain elevated. For FX traders, this environment creates opportunities for trend continuation setups, but also warns of sharp intervention-driven reversals if the RBI decides to stabilize the currency. Let's take a little break here. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of stuff come through. All right, let me go to my last news story, and then we'll get to the comments here, and then we'll go to crypto. So the British pound continued to firm against the weakening U.S. dollar, with GBP USD holding strong as traders positioned ahead of critical UK economic data, including GDP and inflation prints expected later this week. Sterling's resilience is being driven by expectations that the Bank of England will remain more hawkish than the Federal Reserve, creating a widening policy divergence that favors GBP strength over USD in the near term. Price action shows consistent dips being bought, with GBP USD maintaining structure above key moving averages and traders leaning into breakout continuation setups while volatility remains contained. With the dollar softness likely to persist, the pound is emerging as a favored long candidate for FX desks seeking stability paired with yield potential, especially if upcoming UK data surprises the upside. My bad again. I swear I can read. I am just blind as a bat. Like, my eyes are watering. I'm trying to. What do you guys think about that, huh? Let's see. The Bank of Japan is expected to raise the rate. Oh yeah, this is what we were reading before. So let's get to our the official BullRush market analyst, Master Chairs for Best, and read some of his comments here. The Bank of Japan is expected to raise the rate to 0.75, but is avoiding setting a specific path. The BOJ will not update neutral rate or use it as a guide. The pace will depend on the impact of each rate hike on credit and economic activity. Although the nominal rate is at a 30-year high, real rates remain very negative, leaving room for further adjustments without becoming restrictive. The markets in over-interpreting the neutral rate, while the BOJ is downplaying it to maintain flexibility. The reason I'm posting this is because the Bank of Japan has previously recorded how they've caused the markets to fail. Yeah, Japan be crazy, man. If you guys listen, we've talked about Japan a lot here. I think out of the besides the US, I think the two countries we talk to the most or talk about the most is probably India and Japan. And yeah, very interested to see what the BOJ does in the future. I'm gonna play a quick commercial because I gotta reset my eyes here. I can't read. Everything's blurry now. And we'll be right back with the latest in crypto news in about 32 seconds.
Imagine trading crypto, Forex, commodities, and more with the best prop firm in the game. No denied payouts, no BS rules, just fast funding and hassle-free withdrawals. Trade with freedom, get paid on time, and finally focus on what matters, winning. Ready to get funded? BullRush is more than a platform. It's your stage to trade, compete, and get funded like never before. Get ready to unleash your potential. Get ready for BullRush. Visit bullrush.com today. Are you in?
Oh, how funny! Right when this commercial came on, the maintenance people rang my door. They're fixing my balcony, and sorry guys, you guys are gonna have to wait at the door until we finish this show because the show goes on and BullRush is first. You guys are first. My maintenance people can wait at my front door until this is done. So let's get into crypto. Who likes crypto in this chat? Do people even like crypto anymore? I mean, I'm a big fan of crypto. Well, we got some news stories for you. We're running close to the end of the show here, so I got to breeze through these here real quick. No, we're not talking about the Indian rupee. Here you go. Anybody know who this is? Well, you're about to. So we start with major regulatory shock. Terraform Labs co-founder Do Kwon has been sentenced to 15 years in prison for fraud tied to the 2022 Terra USD and Luna collapse that erased nearly $40 billion in market value. While the sentencing doesn't move charts on its own, traders are watching closely because the events like this typically revive regulatory fears, increasing implied volatility across altcoins, especially algorithmic stablecoins related to tokens, in tightening risk exposures among institutional desks. Historically, headlines tied to enforcement actions tend to trigger defensive rotations out of speculative assets and into higher liquidity majors like Bitcoin and ETH. Hence the little boost we've been seeing the last few days. For traders, this environment can produce sharp intraday whipsaws with market makers widening spreads, while short-term sentiment pushes high beta alts into the sell the news setups, which we have been seeing with XRP and some of these other ones. Next up, a massive derivatives event is hitting the market as nearly 4.5 billion, we keep talking about billions, worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum options expire, creating a high volatility window that often forces dramatic short time frame price movements as dealers rebalance hedges. Bitcoin traders are especially focused on key gamma levels where open interests is concentrated, because breaks above or below the strike clusters can act as accelerants, fueling either a short squeeze or a liquidation cascade. ETH faces the same dynamic, with options expiry historically producing outsized moves when funding rates are stretched or when traders are heavily positioned in one direction. These expirations often reshape order flow patterns for days afterward. So traders should expect wider trading ranges, fakeouts around key resistance, and opportunities for high-risk scalp setups as market structures reset. It's not all bad here, guys. It's not all bad here. And then next up, the big dog, the big kahuna, big daddy over here. In huge institutional move, Strategy has added over 10,624 Bitcoin, investing roughly $962.7 million, bringing its total Bitcoin holdings above $60 billion and signaling aggressive long-term accumulation, despite concerns it may face NASDAQ 100 index removal. From a trading perspective, large-scale corporate buys like this tend to reinforce bullish long horizon sentiment by reducing circulating supply and strengthening support zones, especially around accumulation ranges that whales repeatedly defend. Analysts note that the strategies purchased often coincide with market dips, effectively creating a psychological floor for Bitcoin and contributing to the broader buy the dip narrative. This kind of heavy spot demand can influence derivative markets as well, pushing perpetual funding rates upward and tilting open interest towards bullish positioning. I was actually going to cover this story as well. I knew we were going to be a little short on time, so I was trying to figure out whoa, every time I take a sip, my bad. So I was trying to figure out which one would be, more relevant, which one would be more interesting. So I picked this one, obviously, because I just wanted to say 60 billion on the camera. I thought saying 60 billion would be funner than just talking about the NASDAQ the whole time. But strategy, NASDAQ is considering removing strategy from the NASDAQ as well due to the volatility of its main we know it's a technology provider, guys. So all you strategy fanboys, don't come after me. We know they make technology, but essentially its biggest store of value and biggest utility of value for the price of the stock is Bitcoin, which makes it extremely volatile, especially when comparing it to some of these other, obviously, companies on the NASDAQ, that their utility and stuff is that they're a real company that creates stuff and makes money and everything. Not saying strategy doesn't. We all know they're a technology provider. They make software and shit, but being taken off the NASDAQ is big. Also, on the point of what was it? $962 million added to their strategy. The reason people are saying, oh my God, I had somebody come up to me or DM me the other day and was like, why, I heard there's a strategy buy. Why hasn't the price changed on Bitcoin? Why hasn't it skyrocketed back to 120 or something like that? And, we can pull up the crypto price, the Bitcoin price here, which we're going to look at this here in a sec for another story, our next story actually. But pull this up. So, Bitcoin price right now is at 92,000, and after the sale, we saw it go from, where is it? 30 days. Oh, damn, they don't have a week, whatever. We saw it in the beginning of December. It was like 80s and stuff. And, it's chilling around here for a while, 90s. Now it's in the 90s. I think so. The reason we didn't see a giant skyrocket or anything for Bitcoin when this happened is one reason. It was made off of markets. So they, when I almost said MicroStrategy, it's not MicroStrategy anymore. When strategy goes and buys Bitcoin, they're not going to Coinbase. They're not going to crypto.com. They're not going to Kraken and buying their crypto. No, they're doing it off market with an off market brokerage. So it doesn't affect the market immediately like this in a major way. What it does do, and what I exactly said in just a few minutes ago here, is it locks up more of the market as far as how much available Bitcoin there is to trade, which in turn makes it a little bit more volatile, but it also locks up obviously more Bitcoin. So that way there's less Bitcoin to trade. It makes it more valuable in the long term, as long as they don't sell. Of course, the big risk here with strategy that we're all scared of is, are they going to sell? Are they going to just kind of screw us all? And because they have to do these payouts, these dividend payouts to all their investors, if they don't have the money, the cash, the liquidity to do these dividend payouts, will they have to sell some of their Bitcoin? And I believe Michael Saylor just tweeted, because that was the biggest fear, because obviously they hold 3%, I believe, of Bitcoin. And of course, if they sell 3% of their Bitcoin, we're all screwed. And Bitcoin would obviously drop. A 3% sell of Bitcoin would be catastrophic to the market. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But that's where we're at. So, I'm sorry. That's what I was getting at with that was, Michael Saylor said that, don't worry, we're not selling. Bitcoin would have to be at a loss at like this kind of all-time low, or not all-time low, but like yearly low, like under 80,000 for longer than 3 years. So if it's down there for longer than 3 years in a row, then yes, strategy would have to start selling Bitcoin, and that's where I would start losing hope. Because if strategy starts selling, we see major collapses. We're probably going to start seeing other institutions follow, and of course, institutions are the biggest holders right now of Bitcoin. And of course, institutions, if we see drops like that, I think it'll just be a cascading effect down. And not saying it'll never come up again, but I think we might have a little like 5-year reset. And what I mean by that is, hypothetically, they sell, it might go down to 20,000, 30, 20, 30, $15,000 maybe even, and it'll be down there for a year or two. And then when it comes back, it might be a very slow. And when I say a year or two, it might just come back up to 80,000 then, and it might be a very long time before we see it over 100. But two master chairs for best question. Am I bullish? I am bullish. I don't think that'll happen. I think long term, I think next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I think definitely, I think you hold it 5-10 years, you're going to make some money. But I think next few months might be a little rough, and who knows? Who knows? Nobody knows, I guess. I do have one more crypto story. I just see some chats here. Okay, sir. Thanks. Bye. I will join BullRush when huge discount receive. Well, we got that 30% off discount, so don't forget about that. You can join Welcome 30 and you get 30% off. Just try one of our 5K accounts. But again, we might have bigger discounts in the future. American section in 2 minutes. I don't know. Sorry, brother. Lost me there. Last little story here. And it's just a quick analysis. So here's a quick analysis of the top cryptocurrencies traders are rotating into heading into late 2025. So with Bitcoin and Ethereum still dominating long-term conviction trades, but layer one ecosystems, high yield staking tokens, and AI integrated networks showing strong inflows, this type of analysis is crucial for understanding sector rotation. Traders aren't just betting on individual coins. They're positioning around themes like interoperability, real world assets, and autonomous agent finance, AGI. Momentum indicators across these sectors show capital shifting toward tokens with strong liquidity profiles and clear narrative catalysts, while weaker performing altcoins continue to bleed as liquidity concentrates in fewer winners. For traders, this environment favors trend following strategies, sector-based baskets, and selective breakout setups, rather than broad speculative exposure. And yeah, we look at this Bitcoin, we're back up 0.76% over the last 6 months. Some key market data: price as of December 12th, 92,000, $1.8 trillion market cap, and about 2% price change in the last 24 hours. Ethereum, $3,240, $389 billion market cap, and a 1% change in the last 24 hours. And then XRP, price $2.03, $202 billion market cap, and a 24-hour price change of 0.63%. Where are we at here? I have had a great show, guys. I don't know about you guys, but this has been a great show for me. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy you guys. I really enjoy doing this show, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Make sure, sorry, I'm a little tired here. Make sure you use this code 30% off, code WELCOME, 30% off all new accounts. If you've never had a BullRush prop account, use that code SAVE20 for 20% off all 5, 10, and 25K accounts, and code SAVE15 for 15% off them big dogs, 50K, 100K, and 200K accounts. Make sure you follow us on all social media at BullRushComp on Instagram and Twitter, and of course at BullRushComp on YouTube as well. I've had a great show. DM me if you have any questions. Shoot me a message on Discord if you have any questions. Make sure you join our Discord to be part of the fastest growing Discord of like-minded traders, and of course 100% free. I've had a great show. I hope you have a great weekend. Trade, compete, win. I will see you next week.